Hi, welcome to another exciting segment of Easy Eats. My name's Chef Jamie, and today we're going to do another fall theme recipe. We're in the pumpkin mode for fall, so we don't do enough breakfast items, so we're going to do a pumpkin French toast. So as I normally like to do, I like to do the history of things, so I looked up French toast, and I found out that a guy named Joseph French named the dish after himself back in 1724, although it was said to go all the way back to the Roman days, and they called it pan dulcis, which means bread fried and sweet. So that's the history of French toast. And it's come a long way, although it's still the same. They use leftover bread, milk, eggs, and they did it back in the Roman days just so they could utilize all the products that they were making. They didn't want to see anything go bad, or they needed to feed their families, actually. So that's a little history of French toast. But today we're going to make a pumpkin French toast casserole. So the recipe's on the description. You have a 9x13 pan, casserole pan. We're going to spray it with a baking spray because it has flour in it. Okay. We'll spray that bad boy up, and we're going to lay this bread, and we're just going to shingle it. So we're shingling it like 3/4 of the way up. Okay. And we'll tear a piece here for the other half so it shingles evenly. Now you're supposed to let this sit overnight because it'll absorb. So it's a two-step process, and we're going to reveal it already done because I did it last night and it's in the oven right now. But so you have your bread. It calls for brioche, but you can use any kind of leftover bread or stale bread. White fluffy bread is probably the best way to go. So I'm going to let that sit, and then I'm going to make the wet mixture to go in. Okay, 8 eggs. I did a segment on Channel 69 yesterday, Sunrise Chef, and it was so much fun. Those people are so wonderful, and I've been doing that for the Lehigh Valley Half Marathon for, oh my gosh, like 25 years. And it was just awesome. I made a roasted Brussels sprout salad. You could check that out if you want the recipes. A pumpkin deviled egg. It was really nice. And then a pumpkin cake with cream cheese icing. So I have the eggs, 8 eggs. It's calling for a cup of pumpkin, which I have measured out. Okay, I'm going to do that. It's calling for a cup of sugar. Put that in there. It's calling for 2.5 cups of milk, already measured out. This is the wet mixture that's going to get put on there. It's calling for 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, clove. Again, the recipe's on the description. Salt, 1/4 teaspoon. Ooh, and there's and a full teaspoon of cinnamon. So we're going to just leave that until I hit and we're going to stir this up and get it all nice and ready to go. The recipe also calls for maple butter. I made the maple butter, which is real easy. You leave the cup of butter out overnight. It softens it up, and you put the ingredients in there. It's cinnamon, pure maple syrup, and a little bit of salt, and I think that's it, and vanilla. Ooh, I forgot the vanilla here. Can't forget the vanilla. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Obviously it's right out of the... And that's telling me that that dish is done. So I better get on it and shut her down. So we're going to cancel everything. There we go. So we're going to vigorously whip this up. We're going to pour it over, and we're going to refrigerate it overnight. So with that being said, I have one in the oven that I put in there this, after I let it sit up overnight. And it's important that you whip this up and get all the egg yolks out. I'm trying to stall a little bit while I whip this because the egg yolks don't want to break. The butter, the maple butter, can stay in your refrigerator up to a month. So you can use it on anything, scones, toast, and it's unsalted butter. And you can use it in a variety of ways, but for this profile, we're using it on our French toast. So I'm gonna, for sake of time, I don't have an electric mixer, and it's important that these yolks are broken up. And then I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil and put it in the fridge overnight. And I'm stalling because the egg yolks do not want to break up for me today. There we go. Almost. Almost. Fall is such a beautiful time. Leaves are turning. Feel that brisk, cool night's sleep that we're getting, knowing that winter is coming. So I think we've done this good enough. And we're going to pour this over our bread, and we're going to let it sit overnight. And that will incorporate into the bread, absorb I should say, overnight. So I've taken this and I'm going to put the aluminum foil on it and place it in the fridge. So so that's going in the fridge. And then I'm going to take our beautiful, already done Magic Kitchen, and this is what it looks like finished. Oh, this is awesome. This is really good. This will sink down a little bit, so I'm going to do a reveal shot on a plate. But how easy was that? I did not put a timer on it because of the 8-hour overnight thing. So I had my trash can here. I had all my mise en place set up. The maple butter is right here. And this looks really good because it's softened. And I'm going to put that in a container. And then I'll use it on my French toast when I get to that part. So simple, easy. It's really, really simple, honestly awesome food. So there's another segment of Easy Eats. Thank you very much. Live well, eat well, and have a great day.